Howdy again, Mr. Pete here, your YouTube shop teacher, and I'm about to embark on an amazing adventure. I'm going to my roommate Lee's house right now. It's early in the morning, and we're going to move a Bridgeport Mill. Andy Kirkpatrick, I believe you met him before, is the man that is purchasing it. He is from eastern Indiana, so he's coming 4.5 hours along with his nephew Ethan, and then I'll also be rendezvousing at Lee's house with my other friend Andy Current. You know, he's the one that came to Mitatoya with me. You've seen him quite a bit. So I've got 3 really good, smart guys that are going to help me. You know, I can't lift much at all. Plus, I'm trying to film this whole thing. It's going to be a very long 2-part video. And bear with me if we got some bad shots and darkness and all of that. But we're going to move a mill, and I believe about the safest way you can possibly move an 1,800-pound machine. So pray for us. And now there'll be another introductory. You know how I talk too much. So you're going to have to put up with that too. If you can't take these intros, move into 6 or 8 minutes into it, and you can avoid all of that. But I'm going to meet Andy at Love's gas station in Oglesby, Illinois, because it's kind of hard to find this house. It's on a dead-end street. Andy and his nephew are both semi-truck drivers, so they're excellent at backing in, so he's going to back down that treacherous little driveway. Now, he originally told me he was going to bring a forklift, so check that out. And another thing that you might find interesting is about 15, no, I guess it's almost 20 years ago. It would be 1997 or 1998. I bought this Bridgeport Mill and another Bridgeport Mill and a closing mill from Joliet High School in Joliet, Illinois. They closed one of their schools. They closed Joliet East, they called it. And all of that equipment was brought to Joliet Central. That's the big old high school that looks like a castle. Been there forever. And it was a silent auction. My son Eric, who worked at Caterpillar at that time in Joliet, found a poster on the bulletin board showing the machinery that was for sale. Evidently, there were virtually no bidders. So I didn't know what to bid, so I bid on 3 machines, hoping I would get one, and I won all 3 of them. So I sold one of them to Streeter High School. I was already... No, I wasn't even retired yet, I don't believe at that time. But I sold one of them to the high school and essentially got this one free because I didn't pay a whole lot for this machine. I was surprised that I got all 3 mills at that time. Nobody wants something like this. They're hard to sell. Well, people want them, but it's a niche. It's a tiny group of men that would actually want a Bridgeport Mill. But another thing you might find interesting is that I sold that machine, the other one, to Streeter High School where I worked. And then they used it in the plastics lab. And they were making molds for injection molding. It didn't get a whole lot of use. But then after retirement, I was working part-time as a welding teacher there, not as a sub, but as an actual teacher, earning full pay. And the administration said, hey, we're going to get rid of this mill. They were going to build a new building too, so they were trying to reduce the inventory. So I bought that mill from the high school only so I could resell it at about the same price to my buddy Lee. So at that time, I took the machine apart at the high school. I had plenty of room. I didn't have kids in there, so I did 100% of the disassembly of that mill myself using the school's cherry picker and my own trailer. I think it took me 2 or 3 trips. Once I loaded it, I took it straight to Peru and unloaded it there where Lee and I reassembled it. He did help me reassemble it, and it sat there for 15 or 20 years, and I don't think that Lee used it even once. He's a woodworker, but he felt he had to have that, never did use it. And that's where we're going now, to pick up that mill and load it. And Andy is going to take it to Indiana. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock on September 18th, and we're about to embark on a little adventure. So I'm going to pop in the RAV4, drive 25 miles, and we're going to move that Bridgeport Mill. I'll have plenty of help. Andy Kirkpatrick is the owner. He's coming, or the buyer, I should say, and he's coming clear from Indiana, a 4-hour drive. He's almost in Ohio, so I will be rendezvousing with him in about an hour. So started the gas engine. Gotta make sure the flock camera can track me. They'll know exactly where I'm going. Am I paranoid? There it is. Take a couple pictures of me, big brother. Okay, we've entered the subdivision. This is a pretty wealthy area. Nothing like where I live, where the peons live. So Andy isn't here yet. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of set up, and then I gotta go to Love's and pick up Andy. He kind of forgot how to get here, and I don't blame him. That dumpster, I hope that's not gonna be in our way, because we're gonna have a bunch of cars here. And Andy's gonna have to back down this driveway with a trailer, which curves and slopes and is narrow. Other than that, it's quite an easy drive. I'm driving down here right now simply to unload a few things, and then I'm going back to Love's to pick up Andy. So the machine is in that open garage door. You recognize this. This is my friend Lee's house, and I totally cleaned out his shop here. There are videos of that several weeks ago. Really cleaned up around here. There was a dumpster here, you might remember, and a incinerator, and now they're kind of moving back in. Remember, this was all filled with woodworking machinery, but back here, I'm not sure this meets the National Electrical Code here, but so what? Little worried about how wide this door is here in regards to ton, 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 and there is the Bridgeport itself. Remember that green lathe sat right here. That's the wiring for it, 220 wiring. Do you have a little beauty like this in your home? So I'll have to move all this stuff. And there it is. Now, and it did not get used even once, not even once. And now it's ready to be moved. I'm glad I got a chance to photograph this before everybody else comes, because you can see that what we have to do is get the thing on rollers and move it out through this doorway. And there's a little bit of a step right here and a slope, and then the car or the trailer will be out here. Now, we can't use the forklift till it is moved out. There just isn't the height that we need for the mast. That's a 7-foot high door. So the struggle will be winching it or rolling it or whatever from its present location through that doorway and to here. So you get an idea of what we're doing. And the number right here indicates, well, they had 2 mills there. I bought both of them. This is a Palmgren 6-inch vise. This particular vise I ordered in 1970 for the high school, along with the South Bend mill that I bought at that time. And somehow or another, it's on this machine. I don't remember why or when. But this is going to be fun. So now you can see the slope and the curve in the driveway. This is really a beautiful house designed by an architect. Remember, famed archaeologist Stuart Strever grew up in this house. And I'm so glad the machine is on a lower level. We don't have to deal with stairs like we do in my house, which is crazy. So that's my equipment that I brought. So I'm going to try to photograph this whole thing, but it won't be easy. Okay, I'm kind of set up here. I'm going to move that stuff right now. And then I'm heading back to Love's to pick up Andy. Well, there's a little change of plans here. I hope to photograph him as he pulled in, but I'm watching for a truck and a trailer with a forklift. But the change of plans is that Andy and Ethan rented a trailer, and it's one of the hydraulic trailers with a drop bed. So they've got a cherry picker, and remember they rented this from Sunbelt, and the whole thing will drop down to load. And we got a pallet jack, or they've got a pallet jack right here, and a few other items. And here they are. Say good morning, guys. This morning. This is wait a second, Ethan. So this is Andy Kirkpatrick. You probably remember him. And this is your nephew. Did you say?
Ethan. Yeah.
It's Ethan, nephew of Andy. So he's going to be a big help too. So we'll be on our way here in a couple minutes. So stay with us. It would take me 3 tries. Although he says it's a heck of a lot easier to back up somebody than a small trailer. How slick is that? We are reversing the ball cranks to try to gain an extra 4 inches or reduce it 4 inches to get through the door. It's going to be a very close fit.
Ethan, get that one. Put it under there. I'll get it this way.
You gonna get that way? You gonna work this back there?
Yeah.
Well, no, I have a piece of 2x4. Right.
We'll grab one or something.
I've got a 2x4. I think.
Oh yeah. Thank you. That'll work.
Ready? Yep.
Like it's in there.
I've got a couple other bottles. Yeah, it might work better than when I go up to the car again.
Yeah, let me go get one. I got one I know will get in there. Look at that. Rock it out.
Thank you for listening, Helene.
What the heck?
We have the handle, jack handle.
I hate gave you the handle.
It is sitting around here somewhere. Pretty sure you handed it to me.
Well, I'm
Here it is.
99% sure I did. But there's always a little room for error.
Oh, yeah.
Is that clear?
Sure.
Bring that in around back.
There's something in that one still in there. There's something on that side still.
There's the pin.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stuck on the back or something. Yeah. Go down. It needs to. Rock it back. You got the other?
Yeah,
Alright.
yes, sir.
Alright, let me get them, I don't trust that necessarily. What do you think, Andy?
If you're just picking it up and put it on the lift, you're probably fine.
Because that's not a forged one, I don't believe, that's one
It's a welding.
I made up and welded, I think, it's just an average eye hook.
Have you used it before?
I think so, but we might have only lifted portions of it when we assembled it, I don't remember.
But
Are you're gonna put rollers under it or the,
we're gonna put the
pallet
pallet
jack?
jack right under the front.
All right,
If you want, we can take this down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get close.
That'd probably be good.
What size is that?
At least a 1 inch.
That's a 1 inch?
Should be.
Well, that's probably gonna be metric.
Yeah. It's gonna be at least.
1/8.
23, 24.
Well, yeah.
1/1.
It's off a few thousands, but it is.
Finger tight anyway.
Like I say, if not, I brought straps we can put under here, but that ought to pick it up, surely no more we gotta go. If not, we'll always wish it would've.
Thank you.
Good? What's one of these weigh anyway?
I'm thinking between 15 and 1,800 pounds.
Pushing the limits here. That's gonna
Let the tension off of it, maybe we can not rotate the head.
be, yeah,
We gotta get that out of the way.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do we wanna knot it or just?
well, either way. Tilt it.
Yeah.
That's 3/4.
Tilt it, because I think it's easier to trim it back in.
Yeah.
Knot it is hard to trim.
These fours.
Yeah, exactly. Just half a turn. Now, I don't remember the condition of the worm in here, but as you start to tilt it, Ethan, if you would like support it, so it doesn't get away. Now, that's just a backlash. Tighten it back up, or go a little bit farther.
Alright, I brought straps we can put under here, but that ought to pick it up, surely no more we gotta go. If not, we'll always wish it would've.
Thank you.
Good?
Down there.
Yes. I think we're good.
If Ethan hadn't supported that, it would have flipped.
Is it not going?
I was just taking it slow.
Yeah, might as well get the fork. Jared. You have to move your camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Think it's high enough to get those pallet jack underneath yet?
Probably. Let me get these blocks.
You can go ahead and start raising that pallet jack too. You gotta push the little handle there down.
Are we straight on it?
Yep.
Alright. I need to take
Hold it here.
I think we're fully on it now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. We look like professionals. We are professionals.
Well, somebody's gonna have to help act as a brake. What am I? Hold it,
Less than an inch here.
You got it clear?
Right on right now.
Now, I
Clear.
gotta move that other tripod, Andy.
Yeah.
Let me come out.
Hold on.
Look at that.
Wow.
We look like professionals. We are professionals. Watch it.
Somebody's gonna have to help act as a brake. Hold it.
Less than an inch here.
She got it clear?
Right on right now.